Happy Monday, everybody. Welcome back to Reality Water Cooler. I am Sarah from Texas, and this is our place to chat all the latest celebrity news, reality TV, Jeff Lewis Live. Just trying to get comfortable here. I feel like my t-shirt is not straight, so it was irking me. Shout out Vero and Dee, Michael Riley and Lucy. How are you? We have a beautiful, I'm looking out the window because, I'm still hopped up on my leg, almost 2.5 weeks. 2.5 weeks post bunion surgery. Still hobbling around on my knee scooter. So I did go outside today to put out some clean pool towels in our pool towel holder, but it's an ordeal. Just like stepping over the step, over the mat, getting back up, not it's a chore. But anyways, I'm getting it. The foot is healing really well. I'm just tired of being, immobile as much. So anyways, but I am getting it to, oh, wait, what? Krista says I had to fight YouTube to find you today. What in the world? That's so weird. People have told me that sometimes they don't get the notification that I'm live. And I'm like, well, set your timer, set your alarm. Let the microwave go off. It's 4 o'clock Eastern. It's time to hop on with Sarah. But yeah, I don't know why it would do that. I'll also hear that it subscribes some people. So all of a sudden they'll be subscribed and then they'll be unsubscribed. And as we know, we all need that because that's what reminds us, the accounts that we like and the channels that we like. So anyways, well, welcome, welcome, welcome. Get comfortable in comments. If you are new here, tell us where you're from, what you want to chat about. Don't forget, you can always hit the first comment is always my StreamYard link that you can copy and paste into a Safari or Chrome, whatever, and pop on live with me with a question or comment, or you can push the link, copy and paste the link from there. But anyways, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button. And let's get started. We are going to chat 90 Day Fiance, and there's a few that are getting prenups. So we want to chat what your thoughts are on that if they need them. Mama June's Family Crisis started again this Friday night, season 7. So all about Pumpkin and Josh's divorce. Bethenny and Stassi were showing their heinies on this Miami. What was that? Was it I don't know what it was. It's probably not good advertisement that I can't think of who the heck it was from. What was it? Bethenny and Stassi were the only two celebrities. I'm sure there were more. But they just looked so fun. They were in bikini. I think it was a swimsuit thing. Was it Sports Illustrated Experience? Okay, it was the SI swimsuit thing in Miami. Like, here she is, popping the things off, the little bikini. Then she takes the little, which it was already sheer. We could already see she had a thong on, but no, she wanted to show us the actual bootay. So here's her showing us the bootay of I don't know how old she is, 55-ish-year-old woman, however old she is. Look at the booty. Oh, yes. Well, can you see it? Yes, there's the booty. There's the booty. So if you're looking on the video, if you're listening on the whatever. And then she posted a sweet thing saying that her daughter, Bethenny, her daughter, oh, geez, Louise, what is her daughter's? She calls her Peanut, but Bryn is her actual name. Bryn had FaceTimed her and said, oh, your body was looking so good. It was really sweet. If y'all have teenagers, y'all know we cherish those phone calls and those compliments, right? Stassi looked great. She's got 2 young kids. You thought she had a bad walk? Michael Riley says Bethenny has a terrible walk. I don't know. Krista, I don't know that she does eat much. Krista says, I don't know how B eats food. She did a video this morning talking about how, people were asking about her body and if she eats, what she doesn't eat, her workout regime, all those things. And I don't know. She does say that she used to binge, and she does talk about some other ED type things from years ago or decades ago, but she doesn't admit to anything now. But facts are facts. She used to be 25 pounds heavier, she says. And she says, now I just like to walk on the beach. And I'm like, well, I don't know that you're just walking on the beach. all of her videos are often about food. So, or showing off her tiny, tiny body. So, anyways. Smileen says she only had a breast lift, not implants. However, you can see them very clearly in this video. It's okay that it's her choice, but why lie? Yeah, I don't know. Maybe she had breast implants and taken out. I have no idea. Christina says Stassi slayed. I love that. Oh, Michael Riley says awful. I booked talent for 30 years for runway shows. Wait, what? What have you not done, Michael Riley? I thought you were, I don't want to say if you haven't said before, but I thought you were in a completely different career and now retired. Like, wow, dude, you've done everything. That's true. Jen Helen says Bethenny didn't really walk. She danced. I loved it. And then wasn't it her or was it some other celebrity? I think it was Stassi and Bethenny that like high-fived or bumped elbows, did something to when they were on together. I don't know. I thought it was cute. I thought it was cute. Very impressive figure, Heather says, but better than Ramona. She has a strange walk, but better than Ramona's. I mean, Ramona's. Ramona. Oh my gosh. Yes, you did, Michael. Oh gosh, Michael Riley. What can y'all do? So we were all outside Friday night hanging out with friends and our family, and all of us got mosquito bites and never even saw them coming. And then we go inside the next day, everyone's like, oh my God, I've got mosquitoes all over my legs, whatever. We're looking for the anti-itch medicine. Of course, we can't find it anywhere. Trust me, with 5 children, and we spend a lot of time outside by the pool, and we live in a humid area with mosquitoes, I must own no less than 7 containers of anti-itch cream. So I have no idea where that went, but I need another option for it because nobody wanted to run up to CVS and get us any. So we're just all scratching our legs still. I just felt a mosquito bite. Anyways. Oh, maybe. I wonder if rubbing alcohol dries them out. Oh my gosh, Cecile just said rubbing alcohol. Why did this take me 48 hours to think or more to think about that? Oh my gosh, we've all been suffering. Oh my gosh. We don't. Christina says, how do you guys control mosquitoes at the pool? Tennessee is horrible. We don't. And we don't have a covered lanai or lanai, whatever they call it about with in Texas. Like those just aren't popular here at all. And I always wonder, we were watching a couple of house hunters this weekend and they kept calling them lanais in Florida, but it was a 3-season room. I was like, that's a sunroom. That's not a lanai. A lanai is the mesh black things that, just keep the bugs out. A 3-season room is, or 4-season is like walls, pure on windows. But then I was wondering, like, Florida gets just as many hurricanes as Houston does. Like, wouldn't that lanai like blow away? You need to let us know. Oh, Charlie Charles says Stassi clearly had an eating something to get ready to be on the Sports Illustrated show. I don't know because she doesn't really show her body. I mean, like obviously Bethenny Frankel is in a bikini all the time, so we kind of see her all the time. I don't have any calamine lotion. I do remember that growing up. Louise says we don't have a lot of bugs or mosquitoes here in the San Francisco Bay Area. That's good to know. Too bad I don't think I can afford to live in the San Francisco Bay Area. Isn't that where like a 900 square foot condo is like $1.5 million? Crazy. Okay, well, anyways, I thought the runway walk was super cute. I don't know if it was a fundraiser, if it was just for Sports Illustrated. I know Sports Illustrated is trying to get away from like the 21-year-old models and they're trying to do all ages and such. Think it's fabulous. Did y'all hear the news? If you follow me, then I shared it yesterday. Uba Hassan from Real Housewives of New York City, possibly moving over to Real Housewives of Rhode Island. We don't know, just the rumor out there. Just got engaged to her very wealthy, very handsome, very, I don't know. I don't know if he's powerful. He just seems like a really good fit for Uba. And Uba needs calm. So I hope this guy's calm because we have seen Uba get riled up and we don't need her riled up because she is a force to be reckoned with. And we've seen that with her and Aaron's fights. Who else has Uba fought with? I mean, clearly it's housewives. They fight. I feel like her and not the one that the one that Jeff Lewis fights with. That doesn't narrow it down too much either, though, does it? Anyways, oh, Christina said I just started following her. Cecile says fans blowing hard. Oh, to get rid of the mosquitoes. Yeah. And they do sell like mosquito where it blows like a mosquito, like a pest control. And I had a friend that had that. She didn't have any kids. With young kids, I just didn't want pest control out floating in the air and everything. Bryn, that's what I'm thinking of. Bryn, yes. Cecile says Uba fought with everybody. I mean, yeah. Anyway, so congrats to her. It looked like it was on a safari or something, looked like they were on like dune buggies or something. I don't know. I'll try to share the picture here real quick. It was a bunch of pictures. So clearly he had hired, what he said. Doesn't it look like a desert or something? I don't know. There's 7 pictures. There he is. There he is on his knees. Very handsome. Looks like a Southern Charm kind of guy or something. Very cute pictures. I don't know if you can see the ring too much. There's the ring. There's that honking ring. Yes, it is. Big old, looks like is that an oval diamond? It almost looks like an oval diamond, but it looks big, whatever it is. I mean, there he is, a video of them in black and white. I mean, super handsome. And I know she wants babies, so I hope they are able to have babies very soon. I know I said her wrong. Do you love the bed? Boy, Bethenny Frankel posts a lot. Oh, that was 4 days ago. I just missed it. Do you love the bed? I mean, she really posts a lot. Okay, Andy Cohen was back today, and it's his birthday, so he had been off for a week, just over a week for the Memorial Day holiday. So just lighthearted. I mean, too bad John Hill wasn't in New York with him. I guess he's back in LA for something, but I love, and they opened the show saying how much better it is when they're in town together, when they're in the same studio. So I hope John Hill is back in New York City very soon, because I think theirs is so much better when they're in the same studio. I think their friendship is better. I think their show is better, all the things. Wait, okay. El Sharpo, the best natural mosquito spray, Epsom salt, spoiled beer, and blue mint mouthwash. We spray 2 to 3 times a year. We live on a lake in Michigan. It's the best. Oh, I would just spray the grass with that, and it won't kill the grass or but is it going to kill everything else out? I don't know. Oh my gosh. Wait, are y'all already talking 90 Day Fiance? Oh, Teresa. Oh, you're already shit talking Uba's wedding, her marriage. He said he better have the most ironclad prenup ever. I thought y'all were talking about 90 Day Fiance, because we're going to talk about those. So Shawn from 90 Day Fiance. So we're on like episode, I don't even know, 17 or so. We're on a long way in of these 2-hour 90 Day Fiancés. Shawn, who is 62 years old, engaged to a transitioning, well, how do you say it? I'm going to say it wrong. Okay, don't take offense. If I say this wrong, I mean it with all well intentions. She is dating someone who is now currently living as a female. Shawn met this person as a male, though. And so Shawn, who is a gay man, formerly married to a woman, has grown children, but is a gay man, and he's wrestling with all of these things that Aaliyah is doing, and maybe wanting bottom surgery, maybe maybe starting hormones soon. She wants this bone right here, the facial feminization stuff done, which is a huge surgery, Shawn says, and I think very expensive, and maybe scars and in the hairline, all these different things. So they've been here for a while. They've been dating together for a while, but now it's coming up on the wedding day. And all of a sudden, Shawn's 85-year-old, I think, mom falls like an hour and a half before the wedding. So don't forget, this is the couple that already was ruined, because on the very first episode of 90 Day Fiance, they show us at the wedding, and they show that Shawn and Aaliyah they don't get married. So I'm like, wait, why are we ruining this? Then other people had let me know, other 90 Day Fiance fans had let me know, Shawn and Aaliyah had already been on this other reboot or whatever you call it, this other side show of 90 Day Fiance. You know, they got a bazillion of them. Well, I had not seen that one. It's probably the only 90 Day Fiance that I haven't seen. And that's where they had introduced them as when he was as a man, when Shawn was dating the Aaliyah when she was in a man's body. So now we already know they don't end up getting married. We know that Shawn presents her with a prenup just like a day or two before. Then we know right before they get married, Shekinah introduces a prenup to Sarper, and he gets all upset about that. Instead of coming back with a financial thing, even though he has already been divorced, he was married and divorced. Yet he's all preaching, I'm from Turkey and everyone in Turkey, it's very offensive to bring a prenup. You know, when we get married, we stay married forever and we through thick and thin. And I'm like, dude, you're literally on this show running away from her all the time or sleeping on the couch. I'm like, honey, like, what are we doing here? You're already fighting and y'all aren't even married yet. Right. Teresa said that's a bad sign. Maybe they shouldn't get married. The thing is, Shawn has 3 adult children. He's got a mom. He's got himself. He's 62 years old. So he's well established in his career. Aaliyah's 25 years old. So even though they've been together, I think about 5 years, which means he was dating her very young, or when she was a he, just crazy. Because, you know, Aaliyah gets upset that at the end of the day, she does sign the prenup. The thing that Sarper did, though, is he came back with his own part of it, his own, clause, if you will. And he basically says, look, you know how I want you to be 128 pounds? If you are 1 pound over that, you have to pay me $1,000. Ew. They're only getting older. If they're supposed, it's like he does this out of spite. We've seen a couple of seasons ago that he was weighing her, wanted her to be a certain weight. And she's like, oh, but it keeps me accountable. I'm like, honey, you need to be the weight you want to be. I'm not saying that a partner cannot have an opinion on the look or the health of their partner, if they've gained or lost weight, or, you know, what they're doing, the things that might not be healthy or what have you. But the weight thing, whenever she does look more than healthy, if not a little bit unhealthy in her weight, it was just gross. Wait, what? It's tick season also. Check yourself and your animals. Ew, I don't think we have ticks in Texas, but we might. I don't know. Oh, y'all are giving out that really good. Okay, everyone wants to spray. We spray around in the yard and the decks. Okay, good to know, El Sharpo. Thank you. Wait, why would she do that, Michael Riley? No way. She's a Sprite 85-year-old. Michael Riley says his mother threw herself down a flight of stairs. I don't even think she had stairs in that house. Maybe just a few. I don't know. Anyways. Okay. El Sharpo says, do you have the amounts that we use? Like, is it 1 cup? Is it one, how many measurements of, oh, it's a metaphor. Okay. But she's excited for Aaliyah, whatever it is, to marry Shawn. I don't know. Anyway, yes, is it equal amounts? That's what we're asking, Teresa. Is it equal amounts? Okay, Mama June. It was a very happy, okay, besides Pumpkin and Josh getting a divorce and splitting up. Otherwise, it seems like all the sisters are somewhat getting along. Mama June, it opens, it's on WeTV, I think, and it's season 7. So since Honey Boo Boo is now like 19 or 20 years old, and she's away in Colorado at college, going to nursing school and living with her boyfriend, Draylon, they don't show her as much, but she is shown. Pumpkin, if anything, is kind of taking over the role of most of the show. She has this business where she does this online boutique, and so she's kind of ramping that up. She and Josh have been together at least since she was 16 or 17, because she had her first kid with him then. So I don't know how long they dated before that, but they've got 4 very young kids that they've been on this show. It was very stressful because when Mama June had her drug problem, her drug addiction, Pumpkin and Josh took over the role of parenting Honey Boo Boo, like during her teen years. So a very important role, paying all of that. I don't think Honey Boo Boo was getting any money, so she was too young. Mama June was spending her money that she had made on Here Comes Honey Boo Boo and Toddler and Tiaras. But I think now, it's all been resolved. So I do think Mama June had spent that money, but then she's made it back on all these, being 7 episodes, 7 seasons of Mama June Family Crisis. And she's not on drugs anymore, hopefully. So we do hope that she has paid back Pumpkin the money. Thank you. Heather says, let's all hit that thumbs up button, gang. Thank you. Oh, I didn't watch Love Hotel yet. I will watch it tonight and we'll talk about it tomorrow. And then tomorrow night I will watch The Valley. And then the next night I will watch the New York City show, the Gen Z, whatever that show is, Gen X, whatever. Louisa, Shannon said she was still seeing one from Love Hotel. Do you think it's Earl? I think it could be Earl because I think she just needs something casual. I think she needs to be the breadwinner of the relationship. And, I think he just feeds her ego. I'm about to sneeze. And so he could be a good fit for her, but long term, I don't think they're a good fit. I don't know. I haven't watched it yet, Cecile. She says, I thought Luann was a little rude and snippy in last night's show. Thank you, Kelly, for giving me another $10 YouTube sticker. I really appreciated it so much. Thank you so much. Okay, here's the recipe for the mosquito repellent. What is stale beer? Like it literally has to be stale? Who has stale beer? I throw that stuff out. 1/3 of stale beer, 1/4 Epsom salt, 1/3 of cheap blue mouthwash. Just fill up a spray bottle and spray the ground. Okay, love that. Okay. Shanda says Shannon's daughters approved of Earl. So I do know that on last night's episode, they each had a friend or a family member. So Shannon had 2 of her 3 daughters come on. We know that Luann had Cynthia Bailey come on as her friend, and the other ones had 2 other friends come on to kind of guide them in what they need to do. So anyways, okay, back to 90 Day Fiance. Stevie and Maddie, he is still asking her if she's bisexual, and she still won't answer. So that is going to bleed into the next episode. Joan, which is annoying because I'm like, Maddie's like, I'm too tired to talk about this. I'm like, if someone asks me if I'm bisexual, it's a pretty straightforward answer. Or you say, you know what, I'm having some confusing feelings. Or when I was in junior high, I had some confusing feelings. Or as a 20-year-old, I had some confusing. You answer it straight up, like whatever it is. This is a man you're about to marry. You have 2 children of your own that you share with your ex. So he is going to meet your children if he hasn't already. Like this is pretty damn important. You know what I mean? What's a clam cake? Like a crab cake, but with clams? Ooh, I think I definitely like crab meat more than clams. Michael, we had steak and shrimp last night for dinner, and then I had some more steak for lunch today. My husband, he said he put too much salt, and I'm like, it was so perfection, and it heated up so good today too. Michael Riley says, being a Rhode Islander, I love clam cakes. Oh, do I love clam cakes? I don't ever see them in Florida though. Surprised because maybe it's a New England thing to get clams though. I don't know. Anyways, thank you again, Kelly. I appreciate it. So sweet of you. Dee says Luann thinks she's royalty in her head. I mean, she was married to the count, so she's not going to give that up, right? She's going to milk that for all it's worth. Michelle says, happy Monday, everyone, working but listening to my favorite show. Hope you're feeling good, Sarah. I am, Michelle. I am feeling okay. I'm just ready to be more mobile, which I'm sure you can totally relate to. I'm just, I did get a very sweet phone call from my mother-in-law today, checking up on me today. So that's really sweet. Clam cake with corn on the cob and potatoes. Oh, that sounds so good. Sounds so good. Oh, Michael Riley, I'm waiting for my sushi delivery. I think I would want sushi picked up immediately. I don't think I would want, what if they had 2 or 3 deliveries before you? Who do you get sushi delivered from? I guess we never eat sushi at home. Never. Never, never, never. Oh my gosh. Okay. So I'm still going to keep watching 90 Day Fiance. I am what is Joan's future fiance's name? What is the guy that lives with mommy? Didn't have a job for a long time. He was, kind of doing these mosh posh jobs. Now he apparently has a good job, hopefully. He is really impressing me. So their wedding is soon. They have the Joan is from not Gandhi. Oh my gosh, where's Joan from? Geez Louise, not where is Joan from? I know Africa, but where is the actual state or whatever she's from? Anyways, he gets these traditional garbs that he wears, that she wears, this gray, this gold and off-white dress. It was really beautiful. He gets some of the food. Greg and Joan, thank you, Greg. It was very sweet. They didn't seem to have too many people at the rehearsal dinner, but that was at their house. I think they're just trying to cut back on money and everything. The mom has agreed to pay for all or most of the wedding, so that's where he got the money to pay the $3,000 for her what do you call it whenever she has to pay the money to her family, which her mom and her dad has already passed away, but before he passed away he set the money, he set the thing, which was like 200 cows, which is $300. Yes, it was very sweet. She FaceTimed her mom, I think 2 of her sisters. He had some of the food catered, some of her favorite dishes from Africa. It was very sweet. I want to say dowry. Thank you. That's her dowry. Where is she from, though? What's the country? Uganda? No. Where is Joan from? And it's going to pull up. Uganda. She is from Uganda. Okay. She met her husband, Greg, while he was visiting Uganda on a trip. I'm like, where did Greg get money for a trip? Like, he doesn't even have any money. Anyways, maybe that's why he has no money, because he's taking lavish trips like that. Uganda is what the internet says. Anyways, I did get caught watching something this weekend. My husband left the TV on, and when he and our kids and him went to a Houston Astros game, I left it on the History Channel. It was called The West with Kevin Costner. I ended up watching all this stuff about the Oregon Trail. It was so fascinating. Some family, the Whitmans, that had came from the east over to the west, crossed the Blue Ridge Mountains or crossed some sort of mountains, left their buggies. Then they get into a fight. Or the husband was he wasn't a medicine man. He was a doctor. And there was all this conflict between medicine men and doctors. And if the doctors came in and didn't heal people, or maybe their health got worse, or maybe someone died, they would beat up and maybe even kill the medicine men. So that's what they did to this Dr. Whitman or whoever it was, and his wife, and maybe the teenage daughter or whoever that was lived. I don't know. But then they were showing like handwritten letters from the family. It was very fascinating. I don't know why, but I'm obsessed with ripping this off for some reason. Anyways, it was interesting. Lisa loves basketball, loves Matt Matthews. Had a great time at Matt Matthews this weekend whenever he did the makeup show, because he had the flu a couple of months ago. She had a blast. Did he talk to y'all, Lisa? Who was there with you? A friend or a relative? I wasn't sure who the other girl was with you. Wait, Shanda doesn't know what a hush puppy is? Oh, that's a big thing down in the South. In the South, we serve those a lot at restaurants with like catfish. So growing up, that's a seafood thing where you'd have like 1 or 2 hush puppies. But definitely in the 80s and 90s, hush puppies were huge. They're made from like cornmeal and then they're deep fried. So good. Yes, Dolly girl. Hey, says, when will you be more mobile, Sarah? Pending doctor's approval. Yes. So I am fully off the foot, but I will tell you, every once in a while, I kind of put the foot down, definitely not putting my weight on it, but I'm in this orthopedic shoe and it doesn't move. So it's flat, keeps my foot flat. But every once in a while, I'm able to just put the foot down to either, twist or to do something, whatever. So, anyways, but I'm hoping, I know by 6 weeks, which is, I'm only 2.5 weeks out from my surgery. I had it done in mid-May, that I'll be able to walk on it if everything is healing properly. And I hope it does. So anyways, is a hoe cake the same as hush puppies? I've never heard of a hoe cake. Oh my gosh. Yes. Cecile says good. Very important to listen to your surgeon. I am very much being a good patient for sure. I'm a good patient, noun. I don't have patience, adjective, or whatever. I don't have patience. Is patience a noun also? I don't even know. Oh, Michael Riley says, okay, now my son's going to go pick up the sushi. That's fine. He just got out of his massage. What a life. What a life. I mean, he just hung out with his rich friends and now he's getting massage. OMG. My goodness. And y'all are making my recovery so much easier because y'all keep me company. I mean, my friends have offered to come and get me and take me places, but it's exhausting to be on this knee scooter, I tell you. So, and obviously I don't feel myself. I'm not wearing a bra most days, which, no bra today. So I just kind of keep the camera down or up, I should say. Anyways, yes, Christina says, I want the Riley's family life. Exactly. Wait, Lisa says, Denise. Oh, it was my BFF from high school. Matt got a Todd Chrisley look-alike down front. We escaped his wrath. He is so handsome. OMG. Oh my gosh, how fun. Hey, Kate Kitty, you're not late. You're here right on time. When y'all get here is whenever you get here. Okay, let's chat today's Jeff Lewis Live. I thought it was such a lighthearted show. It reminded me, OG, Michael Hitchcock hadn't been on a while. He brought it. He had his personality. He had his jabs. He had his laughter. Like, I thought it was so good. He wanted to be on with Christina Haack from, what was that show that Jeff was on, The Flip Off? They haven't talked about another season of that, so we don't know anything about another season of Flip Off. But I like that Christina gets along with her first husband, Tarek, that's on HGTV and is now married to the new girl that looks a lot like Christina. I think do they have a baby also? So Christina and Tarek have 2 kids together. They co-parent nicely together, I think. And then I think Christina has a 2.5, 3-year-old ish from her second marriage. And I think she's about to be divorced from the third guy, Josh Hall, that she claims, let's not even count that wedding. Let's not even, like, that wedding was done before I think they even got married. And now he's calling himself, I guess, a reality TV star and saying that he can't be a reality TV star because he's been defamed or whatever. I'm like, honey, you were a reality TV star because she put you on her TV shows because y'all were dating. Like, there was nothing like, bleh, stealing all of her money. I don't know. It is. It's so good. Kay Kitty says, I just saw Bethenny Frankel on the runway. Oh my God, she looks stunning. I thought she did too. Now, she had a little dimple in her butt, but that's because she's 50 something years old. Give me a break. But she did go on and do a video and said, look, that took 2 hours. Like, that was a lot of work and a lot of people making everybody look great and whatever. She's like, that's not what I look like on the daily. She's like, most of the time I don't wear makeup. And I'm like, yeah, but you did like a year-long thing of like makeup reviews. Like, that was your jam. And now she's all like, I don't wear makeup most days and da-da-da. And I'm like, honey, like every 4th video, you're literally putting on makeup or having your makeup put on. So, and I get it. She's got to go to all these fancy events. You're not going to pull a, who's the lady that quit wearing makeup? Pamela Anderson, and just quit wearing makeup all completely. Anyways, they do get on to Patrick and Pole, which is so true. If you follow Patrick and Pole on Instagram, they are gone every night, all the time, during the day, posting a video. I can't imagine they have time to go anywhere that they're not posting, because they post lots of events, do lots of stuff. They make videos of stuff. And they always have this energy, always. So they were talking about how Christina was like, look, they've been at events that I couldn't even invite my mom to. And then I look up and people are like, who are they? And they're like, oh, that's Paul and Patrick. So, I mean, their Instagram is always popping. They've always got stories. Look at that. They only have, ooh, that was loud. That was Jeff Lewis's music. I'm like, wait, what is that? I mean, look, oh, they only have 3 stories up right now. Now that's rare. They must be on vacation, or they might be flying or packing for New York City, because they go to New York City to do their whatchamadoodles. Oh, this never gets old. Oh, I love it. My friend Alice in Arkansas, Alice in Bravo Land. I love her. Make sure you're following her on Instagram and TikTok. She reposted a video that somebody else posted like a year ago of Andy Cohen dancing at a concert, saying happy birthday to Andy. I love that. Love that. It's so cute. He was so cute. Anyways, okay, so New York City. This is the rule that Jeff has put in place. So last time they went to New York City, there was a problem with the hotel. Now, his hotel rooms are like $800 a night. They are there Monday night, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, maybe Friday, and maybe he flies home Saturday, or he's flying home Friday. I don't think he's announced yet. A long time. Annie is staying with a friend. So I don't know if Jeff is giving her a little bit of money to give her friend a gift or a thank you note. I have no idea. But he is rooming. He's putting up Kian and Shane together, just like he did last time. Well, last time they got mixed up with the rooms and they had an adjoining room. So Shane and Kian shared a room. Kian was up till like 2:30 in the morning, FaceTiming with his girlfriend, keeping Shane awake. And then Jeff was able to walk through their adjoining rooms because they didn't lock their room. And he was like looking at what time they got home, saying, oh, you shouldn't be out that late. We've got to wake up so early, what have you. So now he's putting in a curfew of when they need to be inside, and then lights out. So when they got to be asleep. And Annie, I heard mumble, well, I'm staying with a friend, so he's not even going to know. And I'm like, yeah, but if you show up tired or in the same outfit from the night before, he's going to be like, you did not follow my rules. So what do you think of grown ass employees of Jeff Lewis having a curfew in New York City on their trip? Like, I don't know. Crazy. Um, Wait, what are y'all talking about? Who died? Who are y'all talking about? Hold on. Don't be fooled by Pam Anderson. That's a facelift. Oh, Michael says I saw John Denver's concert in Hawaii. I think it was the last 20 years he ever did before that plane crash, and he died in a plane crash. I kind of forgot that he died in a plane crash. Guess a lot of celebrities have died in plane crashes, which, I mean, car wrecks are common, and so are plane crashes, actually. Oh wait, what? Oh, that's so cute. Kimberly says, I dance daily with the rescue cats. My director is urging me to do a YouTube channel on it. I just don't think so. Oh, I can tell you kitty cat dancing would be big on YouTube. Anyways, ask me if you want any advice. I'll help you set it up. Um, okay, Jameson. Did y'all listen to the Perry's? So often, which I love doing, I love fast forwarding through all the shows, all the commercials, because the commercials have gotten very long, but then they'll do these like 1 minute parodies. So Jameson is singing. It's not a new one, but when he was singing this, because we know that Jeff and them, when they do the pre-show, they sit and talk about which parody, which song they want to do. So we know that sometimes they'll do one related to the guest that's there. Sometimes it has nothing related to the guest. But today's parody was Another Chump Bites the Dust. So when that came on, I was like, oh God, because as we know, Jeff often saves like the juicy gossip or the gauge fight, something till after the first segment to air, because he knows people come in late, they forget about the show, or they'll walk in. And so he does that after the first commercial break. So this one was Another Chump Bites the Dust, which is actually so funny. But he gave nothing. So there was nothing about a fight with a chump or anything like that. So maybe something's going on in the background that we don't know about. I don't know, but I was just happy I paid attention to it because time. But if you go somewhere and your boss is next door in the hotel room, do you think your boss should tell you what time you have to be inside and especially what time you have to go to sleep? Like, what if you're a person that only needs 3 or 4 hours of sleep, which I can't fathom because I affected their job before, like if they'd come in hungover. But usually, if Shane is hungover, it's because he's with Jeff, because Jeff is not wanting to leave. And most of the time, I've heard of Shane leaving earlier, especially now that he's been with Brogan for the last couple of years. Shane will go get an Uber, and he's left Jeff there before it, still drinking. So I don't know. Um, no, control freak nutcase, Michael Riley says. Oh my gosh. What's a Bengal cat, Christina? A lot of y'all have a Bengal cat. Bengals are gorgeous, y'all are saying. Is that the one with the stripes that look like a tiger? A Bengal cat, like real long and skinny? I don't know. You know, the only cat I don't love is the one that what's her face from Real Housewives of New Jersey had, the grandma, the gray hairless cat. Oh, that cat was hard to look at, and I think they get sunburned from the sun. I'm like, were they um were they made to be that way, or did they naturally develop into that kind of a hairless cat? Yeah. Ooh, those kind of freak me out. Okay, on the second hour, Christina Haack stayed on again. Then Joey Zauzig came on. Joey came out with a much calmer attitude. I think a couple of weeks ago when he was on, it was a little more like, y'all been picking on me, I'm this, I'm that. He was still fighting, hey, I'm the number one pick for interior. Liat told me that. Jeff goes and argues with him, is like, no, this text, you were like number 8. Then Liat texts Joey directly during the show, so she must listen. And she was like, by the way, none of those people were put in any order. You were my number one pick, to be a TBH, to be honest. And so then Joey was like, look, I've got a text from her saying I was the number one pick. So not even MJ. But also, that is his job. He knows all the rules. He's not going to take it serious. He's going to take it seriously. So if anyone's going to be your one pick, it is going to be a professional influencer, a digital entrepreneur, if you will. You know what I mean? So, oh, I love that. Y'all all talking about your rescues. I don't know if you're talking about cats or dogs, but that's so cute. I don't think so. MRL says, could it be Joey related? Another chump bites the dust. I don't think so. I mean, would I be shocked? And if a year from now something happens? No. But I think Joey is smart enough to not put any of that Jeff friendship in jeopardy, because it's definitely a personal friendship and a professional working relationship, for just like all of Jeff's, whatever's. I don't know. Mabu says, yes, he's one. Oh, he's one next week. We didn't realize when we got him. The vet told us after a blood test, he's 78% Bengal and rest tabby. He's so naughty. I love him. Oh, so cute. I didn't realize cats. I didn't realize cats can get pregnant by multiple other cats, male cats at the same time. So that's why all their cats can come out looking different. I'm like, wow. I mean, that sounds like an episode of, Who's Your Daddy? What's that? Not a Maury Povich, Aw. Christina says Megan's son Bo graduated high school. So now she has 2 graduates. She's basically got empty nesters. Hey, Briss, back on. Yeah, he's very tall. Her son Bo is very tall. And I mean, Megan's tall. I've met her, and she often has little kitten type heels on. She's at least 5'10", probably maybe 5'9" without heels. Megan is tall too, so maybe her family's tall. I'm not sure. Yeah, Kay Kitty said it's bizarre how a kitty can get pregnant and have a litter of 10 that look like 10 different daddies. Because they are different daddies, right? Can't they get knocked up? Please spray and neuter. Yes, definitely. Our dog, Luna. Hey, Looney. She's laying on our couch over there. we definitely had her, whichever one the girl one is. She's a whichever spayed or neutered. We had that done for her as soon as we knew she was old enough, because we didn't know how old she was when my friend found her on the street. So picked her up off the street. Okay, Joey is dating this same guy for about 3 weeks. Of course, as Joey often does, love him, but he is an exaggerator. He's either an exaggerator or he just is forgetful and just like, ooh, we're having fun, what have you. He thought it was like more like a month, and Jeff was like, no, because this is when, and he's like, oh yeah. So basically, he's been dating this guy for like 3 weeks, but Joey lets us know that he again has baby fever and he doesn't think that his guy wants to have kids. Well, that's a big difference, right? Like, I don't think you have kids and then I don't think Joey needs to be a single dad. Like, I think some people can hack it financially, emotional, mostly financially, because shit in LA, geez Louise, it's a lot. But you've also, every time you go out to work, you can't just fix it, with the schedule for your partner to stay home. And then his family doesn't live near, so his mom and dad aren't going to be there. What is $500 is $500. Um, yeah, Lisa says, all 7 of my dogs are fixed, thankfully. Yeah, and she had to put the thing on her where she didn't lick herself. It's much easier, honestly, and it helps everyone. I mean, clearly my friend rescued Luna off the street, so she was literally a rescue, and always no vet bills paid, no shots given, no chip done. Now she's chipped. Now she has she's spayed or neutered, fixed, whichever one it is. So she'll never have had babies. She has no titties on her, no boobies. That may work on Jeff, but that ship sailed, Michael Riley says. I don't know. No babies. Joey, give me a break, Michael Riley says. Teresa says, I've rescued 2 kitties from the streets. All. I don't know. I think Joey, like, I'm just too honest. I tell people, look, I don't think you have any idea the work, the emotional, the financial, the what other physical. I mean, you got to be in. It's a lot to have a kid, or by yourself especially. So I don't know. Joey's got to get all that together for sure. I mean, but he said he was thinking of like what schools they would go to, and he's like, I think I would put him instead of private school, I would put him in Beverly Hills High. And Jeff's like, well, you got to be zoned you got to live in Beverly Hills High. Like you don't live there now. He's like, well, I live in West Hollywood. Like, I don't even think he knows where. Yeah. Michael Riley says, I had my foot up on this, like leveling up my foot, raising my foot. It was just killing me. Like, it makes the knee hurt. I think it was just too high. So I'm switching around a little bit. Trying to get everything done. Cecile says, I rescued a dumped Chiweenie dog. She's the sweetest. I had to do the same, Sarah. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I think he does a good job taking care of himself. He travels by himself. He hasn't had when he first started with Jeff Lewis Live, and I first started following him. Remember, his assistant was like quitting. He wasn't paying her enough, or I feel like she was ratting him out, or like doing mean. I don't know. I feel like he had an assistant that wasn't doing the job. But also, I think you got to pay assistants a lot of money to do everything you need him to do. So I think now he does everything himself and just has that team. Lisa says, I really learned a lot about Bob the Drag Queen. It was a great show, and wasn't Jack Noe Towers his friend and roommate at that one time? Yes, they were roommates for like just over a year. Maybe not fully, but he lived in his second bedroom for at least over a year. Yeah, Kimberly says, as long as Joey keeps it just his fantasy and not bring a baby into it. Well, it's no accident to bring a baby. I mean, he's a gay man, so he would have to do a lot to either adopt or have a surrogate, or what else is there other way? I mean, he can't hold the baby, so whatever else the other way would be. Anna says, maybe Joey needs to get some stability before inserting a child in his world. Yeah, and even the dating, like, it's hard to date and bone as much as Joey seems to like to. Admittedly so, he tells us, and have a newborn, because you're either going to have like Like even Machine Gun Kelly was out, which he's not with Megan, whatever that girl's name is, whoever he was engaged to, married to, whatever. I think they split up before the baby came. But anyways, but he was even interviewed last week at the Met Gala or somewhere, and he was like, "Oh, the baby's sick, so I just want to get home and see the baby and whatever." I mean, it should change your life. It should change everything. I mean, just like Andy Cohen today was talking about how he cries a lot more. And somebody called in and said, "Well, do you think you're doing more psychedelics?" And he said, because that can affect things even when you're not on them. It can make you more emotional when you're off of them. Yeah, Megan Fox is who Machine Gun Kelly had the baby with. And he said, "No, I'm not doing anything any extra or different." He said, I hate whenever my hair is freshly washed and then I just lose hair. Um, and then he said, "It's kids. It's my kids. Like I'm just emotional about things. I hold their hand, I walk them to school, and I just get emotional about it. You know what I mean?" Who's in Argentina? Christina says, "What time is it in Argentina now?" Hey Siri, what time is it in Argentina?
It's 5:51 p.m. in Buenos Aires, Argentina.
Oh, it's only 2 hours ahead of Texas time. So I don't know what time zone that is. It's 5:51 p.m. Ew, I want to see the hairless cat. Yeah, that was called Grandma Cat or something like that. Oh, aw. What's a magpie? A kind of cat? Shanda says, "I rescued a black and white kitten on the highway last summer. Thought it was an injured magpie. Semi trucks zooming by. Didn't think to record the ordeal. Could have gone viral." Oh my God. Yeah, especially since you caught it and it didn't, since it lived. And then you could have started an Instagram account with it. Anyways, what else is going on? What do you want to talk about? They did talk about the Palisades fires, how shocking they are. I guess Jeff had because Christina Haack, whatever her name is a working designer. So she is a working designer. So just like Jeff. So, even when she's not on TV, she's going out and stuff. So with all of these fires, they've either had fully uh, grazed homes where they have to start and either rebuild there or rebuild somewhere else. And so people are hiring her to design it and pick stuff. Or like Jeff said, some of his clients have just had smoke damage. So like this one house came up to the I keep staring at the comments. I can't see the comments. They're a little too small that come up on the screen, but the bigger ones I can see. So, anyways, yeah. Does anyone want to come on and ask a question or a comment? I would love that. When Andy told the story about Ben wanting to come back when he is 60 to hug, I cried my eyes out. I know, Heather. That was so prolific for a 6-year-old to think of that too. I mean, Ben is only 6 years old. It was very, very sweet. Very sweet. To even think of that, to even think of his dad being so old, what have you. Anyways, my cousin's home was in the Altadena fire and one of the only homes standing in the area. So much remediation and insurance doesn't cover everything. Oh, that's awful. Is Altadena near Pasadena? Thank you. We named her Birdie. Oh, you named the cat Birdie? Oh, it's sweet. I feel like Joey is just looking for a quick fix to happiness without putting in the work. You know what I mean? Yeah, but I don't know. I had a friend decades ago. She had never ended up having children. She thought she wanted kids, and I didn't. I wondered if she was cut out for the very different lifestyle of being a mom. And I'm not in control of anyone being a parent or not, but I think it probably worked out for the best that she didn't through some other series of adventures that she didn't become a mom. Tracy says, "Is there something new? I see a screen on the right of me looking at Sarah." See a screen on the right of me looking at Sarah. So when I see it, I see a big rectangle of my face in my bed, my headboard. I see a hair that's caught on my hand that's going to drive me nuts. And then I see a little screen that is the comments coming up live. And then over here, I see all the comments bigger that I can push to come up on the thing. So if I say, like, there's Smilene, if I push it, it brings it up also on there. So Smilene says Altadena is next to Pasadena. Did we ever figure out, if Alyssa, the former senior producer of Jeff Lewis Live, if she's still living in her house? I thought she posted something that was interesting that we couldn't figure out if somebody was saying that maybe she got a divorce. And I was like, no, there's pictures of her and her husband up on her Instagram. Can't remember what made some people send that to me and think that. I don't really know. Teresa says, I see the comments. They are so small on my phone. Yeah, phone is definitely small. I guess I'm on my laptop. That's why. Briss says, I think Joey wants change in life. He must feel a child is what he will make that change. And I get that. He just turned 32. You know, I get it. I think we all, people that have decided to have children before just accidentally, whatever, getting pregnant, maybe they decide and they have that desire to have kids. And then some people don't. And then some people have it a little bit. Some people have it a lot. That's all they think about. They're working every bit to make it happen. So I don't know that he's wanting them that much. I just think he sees kids and thinks he sees that glimpse of it. You know what I mean? Louise says, I never wanted kids. I'm a bit selfish and know you have to be totally unselfish to be a good mother. I think people can be selfish people and good mothers, though. I do. I mean, good enough. I don't know. Kids are resilient, right? I don't know. Yes, a lot of us watch Love Hotel, Smilene. I just won't watch it until tonight, probably. What did I do? Did I mess up the like I moved? Oh, yeah. I keep moving this camera. Joey reminds me of Greg, 90 Day Fiance, both giant babies. I mean, I don't not see that, but Joey at least supports himself and has a job. You know what I mean? I should say I can see through the comments. It's really cool. Oh, yeah, on the screen. So on the screen, it's this new thing that I saw as an option last week. So I just added, I think Thursday or Friday of last week. Anyways. Well, we are going to wrap it up unless somebody has a question or comment, either in comments, you can type it into comments, or if you want to hit the copy and paste thing. Y'all were trying to remind me how Michael Riley used to come on the phone. Oh, did I call you a few times, Michael? I guess since I don't go on Instagram Live, maybe sometimes I called Michael Riley and he would talk on his voice. If you ever want to do that, Michael Riley, you can. But y'all could also come on here and just put the camera on your phone or computer or whatever, or cover it and just have the audio on. So anyways, but I would love to have your voice on, your video on also. Anyways. Okay, well, we are going to wrap it up. Thank you so much for joining live. It is so much more fun. I love when y'all get in the comments. Make sure you're subscribed or following me everywhere at Sarah from Texas Podcast and hitting that thumbs up, commenting, sharing, doing all the things. I really, really appreciate it. See y'all tomorrow at same time, same place, 4 o'clock Eastern. Bye, y'all. Oh, it's